many people mistake kindness for goodness, but they are not the same. Kindness is an act, but goodness is a state of being. We have been conditioned to believe that kindness is the highest virtue. But what happens when kindness is misused? What happens when kindness becomes a tool for manipulation? When you give without boundaries, when you help without wisdom, when you offer yourself endlessly without discretion, you don't become a saint, you become a target. In life, you will notice something. The most generous people often end up the most exhausted. They pour themselves out until there is nothing left. They think they are serving, but in reality they are being drained. Why? Because kindness without wisdom leads to exploitation. The more available you make yourself, the more people take advantage of you. The more you say yes, the less they respect your time. The more you accommodate, the less they appreciate. And this is where people make a dangerous mistake. They assume that because they are kind, they will be treated kindly in return. But the world doesn't work that way. Have you ever seen a lion being too kind? A lion is not cruel, but neither is it weak. It does not offer itself freely to be taken advantage of. It does not apologize for its strength. It knows when to protect, when to lead, and when to walk away. Kindness without strength is not kindness. It is submission. Too many people have become prisoners of their own kindness, afraid to say no, afraid to set boundaries, afraid to stand up for themselves because they don't want to appear rude. But let me tell you something. Being too kind often means being too weak, and weakness is never respected. True compassion is not about saying yes to everything. It is about knowing when to say no. It is about understanding that real love is not just comfort, it is correction. A parent who gives their child everything they ask for is not a loving parent. They are a careless one. A teacher who never challenges their students is not a good teacher. They are a lazy one. Love corrects. It sets boundaries. It knows when to withhold in order to build. This is why people who truly care about you will not always tell you what you want to hear. There is a reason why history remembers great leaders. They will tell you what you need to hear. Kindness alone does not build nations. Kindness alone does not create legacies. Strength, discipline, and wisdom do. People respect strength, not just kindness. A boss who is only kind but lacks leadership will not earn the respect of his employees. A friend who is always kind but never honest will not be truly valued. Respect is not given to those who are merely kind. It is given to those who are strong, wise, and fair. If you want to make a difference, if you want to have an impact, if you want to stop being used, then you must understand this. Stop being kind. Start being effective. Let your kindness have purpose. Being too kind often means being too weak. Let your generosity have limits. We have been taught that kindness is always the right response. Let your love have wisdom, but that is not true. Because kindness without direction is just an open invitation for others to walk over you. But strength with kindness builds nations. Many people are not looking for kindness. They are looking for opportunity, an opportunity to use you, to manipulate you, to drain you until there is nothing left. And when they are done, they will move on to the next kind person who doesn't know how to say no. Look around you. The world does not reward weakness. The world does not honor those who are always available, always giving, always accommodating. It honors those who know their worth, those who stand their ground, those who refuse to be taken advantage of. People often mistake meekness for weakness, but they are not the same. Meekness is controlled power. Weakness is the absence of power. If you do not know how to control your kindness, you will become a victim of your own nature. Some of you are exhausted because you have spent your whole life trying to please others. You are always giving, always serving, always making sacrifices, and yet no one is doing the same for you. You wonder why people don't treat you with the same kindness you give them. It's because you have taught them that you will always be there no matter how they treat you. They have learned that you will say yes no matter how unreasonable the request. Once you applied some pressure to yourself, there would be many requests you would seize. And some things you would do for your wife would be so cheap. They have realized that your kindness has no boundaries, and so they take as much as they can, without ever considering how it affects you. There is a reason why strong people are respected, why leaders are admired, why those who set boundaries are valued. They understand something that many kind people do not. Respect is earned, not given. People do not respect those who bend too easily. They do not admire those who are always agreeable. They admire those who have the courage to say no, those who know their worth. You need to understand this. Those who refuse to be controlled by the expectations of others. They will see how far they can push you. They will see how much they can take before you finally resist. And if you never resist, if you never push back, if you never say no, they will keep pushing, keep taking, keep using. Because the truth is, people don't stop taking advantage of you out of kindness. They stop when you demand respect. And your whole life will fly panned up. The problem is not that you are kind. The problem is that you are too afraid to be anything else. You are afraid to disappoint. You are afraid to let people down. You are afraid of being judged. So you keep saying yes, you keep giving, you keep serving, hoping that one day people will appreciate you. But appreciation without respect is meaningless. And the only way to gain respect is to stop letting people take advantage of you. As women, we tend to be gentler, and even most domestic arrangements of the labor, we are forget-bearers to human toil. Stop being too kind, stop being too weak. True compassion requires wisdom and discipline. Or the Many people believe that kindness means always saying yes, always being available, always offering help without question. But real compassion is not about being endlessly accommodating. It is about knowing when to step in and when to step back. It is about understanding that helping everyone at all times is not always the right thing to do. In fact, sometimes your kindness is the very thing keeping people weak, dependent, and incapable of growth. Think about a child learning to walk. If a parent holds their hand every step of the way, never letting them fall, never letting them struggle, that child will never develop balance. They will always rely on someone else to keep them up. But a wise parent knows that sometimes love means letting go. Love means allowing struggle. Love means knowing when to help and when to withhold help. That is the difference between blind kindness and true compassion. Love is the difference between the blind person and the person whole. Some of you are trapped in relationships, friendships, and workplaces where people constantly take from you, and you keep allowing it because you believe that being kind is the right thing to do. But kindness without wisdom is not love, it is self-destruction. When you continue to give to people who refuse to grow, you are not helping them, you are crippling them. When you continue to say yes to people who only take, you are not being noble, you are being naive. Wisdom teaches us that real compassion is not just about making people feel good, it is about making people better. And sometimes making people better means telling them the truth they don't want to hear. It means setting boundaries they don't want to accept. It means saying no when they expect a yes. That is discipline. That is wisdom. And that is what separates those who truly care for being from those who just want to be liked. They think that if they keep saying yes, if they keep giving, if they keep making sacrifices, people will love them. But the reality is, people do not respect those who have no limits. They respect those who stand firm, those who operate with wisdom, those who give with purpose, not just out of obligation. Less than 1 in 5 girls will ever go on to speak of being limited before teens become girl-spick. You have to decide what kind of person you want to be. Do you want to be someone who is liked but not respected? Or do you want to be someone who is wise enough to know when to give and when to hold back? True compassion is not about making everyone happy. It is about making sure that what you do actually helps, actually uplifts, actually strengthens. If your kindness is keeping people weak, it is not kindness. Lego forte insociani don comitalient. If your generosity is making people dependent, it is not generosity. You must have the wisdom to know when to give and the discipline to know when to stop. People respect strength, not just kindness. The world does not reward those who are simply nice. It rewards those who know how to stand firm, how to lead, and how to command respect. Too many people believe that if they are kind enough, patient enough, or forgiving enough, others will naturally treat them the same way. But that is not how life works. Respect is not given freely, it is earned. Have you ever noticed that the most confident, that the most successful to set boundaries are not necessarily the kindest? They are often the ones who know how to make tough decisions, who know when to say no, and who are not afraid of upsetting others when necessary. This is not because they lack kindness. If you are always trying to please people, always saying yes, always putting others before yourself, you will find that people do not admire you for it. They take advantage of you. Think about the people you respect most. Are they the ones who always say yes, who never push back, who allow themselves to be used? No. You respect those who are firm in their decisions, who set clear boundaries, who do not allow others to manipulate them. Even if they are kind, they are also strong. That strength is what earns respect, not just their kindness. Many of you are exhausted because you have spent too much time trying to be liked instead of respected. You have believed the lie that being kind at all costs will make people value you. But what happens when you stop giving? What happens when you finally say no? Do they still respect you? Do they still treat you the same way? If their respect for you disappears the moment you stop being endlessly kind, then it was never real respect to begin with. It is time to stop seeking approval through kindness. They valued your kindness and start demanding respect through strength. Strength is not about being rude, harsh, or cruel. It is about knowing your worth. It is about making sure that your kindness is not mistaken for weakness. It is about refusing to allow others to dictate your value based on how much you can give them. People respect those who respect themselves. If you want to be truly valued, you must be willing to disappoint people. You must be willing to say no when necessary. You must be willing to walk away when you are being disrespected. Kindness alone will not make people respect you. But kindness with strength, that is what makes people listen, follow, and admire. Love corrects, it does not only comfort. Many people believe that love means always being gentle, always being agreeable, always making people feel good. But real love is not just about comfort. It is about growth. And growth requires correction, discipline, and truth. If you truly care about someone, you will not always tell them what they want to hear. You will tell them what they need to hear, even if it makes them uncomfortable. A parent who loves their child does not give them everything they ask for. They do not allow them to do whatever they want. They set rules, they enforce discipline, they say no when necessary. Not because they enjoy denying their child, but because they know that without correction, the child will grow up weak, irresponsible, and unprepared for life. That is love. Love is not just about making people happy, it is about making them better. Many of you have been trapped in relationships and friendships where you are afraid to speak the truth because you do not want to hurt anyone's feelings. You see people making mistakes, walking into disaster, ruining their own potential, and yet you remain silent because you think being kind means staying out of it. But true kindness is not passive, it is bold. If you love someone, you will not watch them destroy themselves while you say nothing. You will have the courage to speak, to correct, to guide, even if it makes them uncomfortable in the moment. This is why some of the most impactful people in your life are not the ones who always made you feel good, but the ones who challenged you, who corrected you, who pushed you to be better. A great teacher does not just praise their students, they challenge them. A great leader does not just comfort their followers, they hold them accountable. A great friend does not just agree with everything you do, they tell you when you are wrong. Too many people equate love with acceptance. But real love has standards. If you truly love someone, you will expect the best from them. You will not enable their bad habits, you will not ignore their flaws, and you will not allow them to stay the same when they have the potential to be better. Love corrects. Love challenges. Love pushes people to grow. The problem is that most people would rather be liked than respected. They would rather avoid conflict than speak the truth. They would rather keep the peace than hold someone accountable. But avoiding correction is not love, it is fear. And fear does not build strong relationships, strong communities, or strong individuals. If you truly love
Stop being kind,
you will not be
start
afraid
being
to correct
effective.
them.
If
Too
you
many
truly
people waste
care,
their energy
you will
trying
not
to be
settle
liked,
for just
trying to
making them
please
feel
everyone,
good.
trying
You
to be
will
the
push
person
them
who
to
never
be
upsets
great.
anyone. But the truth is, kindness without purpose is useless. You are not here just to be kind. You are here to make an impact. You are here to be effective, to change things, to make a difference. And that requires more than just being nice. It requires wisdom, strength, and a clear sense of purpose. Look at the people who truly change the world. They are not the ones who are simply kind. They are the ones who are strategic, who know when to give and when to hold back, who understand that being effective sometimes means making hard decisions. They do not waste their kindness on those who take advantage of it. They do not allow their generosity to be drained by people who refuse to grow. They do not let their time be consumed by those who only take but never give. They know that kindness is a tool, and like any tool, it must be used wisely. Many of you have been giving and giving, hoping that your kindness will eventually be rewarded. But what has it brought you? Exhaustion, disrespect, people who only call you when they need something? That is because you have been focusing on being kind instead of being effective. You have been pouring into others without asking if they are ready to receive, without questioning if they even appreciate what you are offering. And the truth is, not everyone deserves your kindness. Not everyone is ready for your help. Not everyone will value what you bring. The most powerful people in the world do not waste their energy. They focus their kindness, their generosity, their time on the places and people where it actually makes a difference. They do not allow themselves to be drained by those who refuse to grow. They do not keep giving to those who only take. They understand that kindness is valuable, and like anything valuable, it should be invested wisely. Validation is a void. Preparation is a kingdom. If you want to live a life that truly matters, it is high enough. Stop trying to be liked and start focusing on results. Stop being kind just for the sake of being kind and start being intentional. Ask yourself, is my kindness making a difference? Is my generosity building something? Is my time being used wisely? If the answer is no, then you are not being kind. You are being... There is nothing wrong with kindness, but kindness alone is not enough. Kindness must have direction, it must have wisdom, it must have purpose. Otherwise, it becomes weakness. It becomes a tool for others to use against you. It becomes something that drains you instead of something that empowers you. So stop being kind, start being effective. Use your kindness where it truly matters. Give to those who will grow from it. And most importantly, do not let the world take from you what it does not deserve.